14. The sum of the first and fourth terms of a geometric sequence is 120, and the sum of the sixth and fourth terms is 1080. What is the first term? So the first term we're looking for is A. So I've written here the two relationships that were given, T2 plus T4 equals 120, and T4 plus T6 equals 1080. So we have, if we were to solve this in terms of T, we'd have a problem because we have three unknowns and two equations. So we need to express these T's in terms of A and R, which gives us the two unknowns that we'd be looking for with two relationships. So that's a solvable system. So I'm going to write this T2 as AR, plus T4 is going to be AR cubed, and that's equal to 120. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor this out. So I get AR, this becomes 1 plus R squared equals 120. And over here, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it for T4, so AR cubed. T6 is going to be AR to the power 5, and it equals 1080. And it'll do the same thing here, AR cubed this time. If I factor out the common factor, I'm going to be left with 1 plus R squared. Now this is nice because the binomial is actually a problem, but the binomials match in both cases. So we're going to be able to cancel out this binomial either by substitution, or I'm going to do this in terms of division. So what I'm going to do is divide these two equations. So I'm going to end up with AR cubed 1 plus R squared equals 1080. Okay, and then that's going to be the numerator for both sides of the equation. And in the denominator, I'm going to divide AR squared, and that's going to be equal to 120. So I'm going to divide the two equations. And so I can do this because these are equalities. And if I divide equalities like this, it stays equal. Now, essentially, this is the same as doing a substitution for 1 plus R squared. And what ends up happening then is I can cancel out some common factors here. Those 1 plus R squareds are common factors because the whole bracket matches. The A's cancel out. And I end up with R cubed over R, which becomes R squared, is equal to 1080 divided by 120. That works out to be 9, and that allows me to solve for R. R is equal to plus minus 3. Okay, so if R is equal to positive 3, so I'm going to do my solution for A. So if R is equal to positive 3, I'm going to plug it into equation 1. So AR, and I'm going to replace that with the positive 3 plus AR cubed equals 120. If I plug the R into there, I end up with 3A plus 27A. That gives me 30A, and that's going to give me equal to 120. So A is equal to positive 4. So when R is equal to positive 3, A is equal to positive 4. And then when I solve for R equals negative 3, I can plug that in. I'll just plug it back into the exact same equation. So I get AR cubed equals 120, and I'll plug in the negative. Okay, so when I plug that in, I end up with negative 3A and negative 27A, so that gives me negative 30A equals 120, so A is equal to negative 4. So when R is negative 3, A is equal to negative 4. So those are my two solutions for A.